will have in your life the things that are most important to you. And it's very revealing. You pick your top priorities. You can't outsource them. You can't have someone do push-ups for you. You can't have someone eat healthy for you. You can't have someone study for you. You'll have in your life what is most important to you. And you'll prove that it's important to you by your actions. I get up every morning early and I study the scriptures and I study great books. Those things are so important to me, as is prayer. And so I do them every day. I have those things in my life because they're important to me. But you'll see others, and you know others, and you'll see in your own life that our actions, our words, our thoughts, they reveal us. And so it's a little like when the truth kind of kicks you in the teeth. You start to see, we can say what's most important to us, but what we're doing reveals the truth. And that's the whole point of this session. We've got to align our actions, our thoughts, and our ideals all up so they're moving toward our goals, our dreams, and living on purpose. You see these people who say that family time is so important, spending so much time with their children is important, but I've observed mothers who spend so much time cleaning up after the kids that they never spend time with their kids. I've seen people who it's so important to them to watch their favorite TV show. I mean, they never miss. They never miss the latest episode of their favorite show. But if you'd ask them about their priorities, they'd say, oh yeah, reading the scriptures and reading great books and studying education's a top priority to me. And yet, their time doing that, studying is very small compared to watching TV and watching their favorite shows. So the things that are most important will manifest. So now we take this step to thoughts and things, concerns, and kind of what bothers you. I in no way want to be mean or belittling, and this can be a difficult subject, but I want to approach it carefully. Being bothered by small things is the business of small people. What bothers you to a large degree reveals your level of development. It reveals where we are in our real priorities. You see, excellent people, big people, they are concerned about big things, big issues. They've established huge priorities. And we can't maintain excellent priorities and pathetic priorities at the same time. It's impossible. So it's very insightful for us to take a good look at what bothers us because it's indicative of where we are in our priorities, where our thoughts are, where our concerns are, what we're really after. Do we get bothered by little things, the little dinky things here and there? Is that what's concerning us? Because that manifests a priority, that's a concern, and I got to take care of that. And it gets to me, bothers me, versus it's not a big deal. It's not going to bother me. I'm concerned about a big issue here, helping with poverty. I mean, that's the easy one to think of. Really, people who are poor and suffering, or having excellent health, or getting a phenomenal education, or spending tons of quality time with my children. That's a big deal. I'm not going to worry about dust on the baseboards. Yeah, I'd like it to be clean, but you know what? I'm not going to spend time doing that and neglect time with my kids. You understand what I'm saying? I've literally observed people who, wanting to be involved in humanitarian efforts, they have, and I hate to use terms and titles and labels, but it's an obsessive compulsive disorder where they're so obsessed with these little minute trivial details of there's wrinkles in the sheets. And I wrote in my journal, it's sad to see people who are more concerned about the wrinkles in the sheets than the orphans who sleep in. You know what I'm saying there? Let's be concerned about the child, not the sheets being wrinkled or having a stain on them. Yeah, we want clean things. We want good conditions. But what's more important? It's the child. Are you with me? I hope I'm making this clear. What we are consumed with what we're concerned about, the things we allow to bother us can be indicative. And so if you get bothered, like I sometimes do, by small things, my invitation is to outgrow that, to grow beyond it, to establish those priorities so clearly that little things don't even get in the way. I mean, they don't even come up near the bottom of your top list. And they're not going to distract me. They're not going to pull me away. I'm not going to allow myself to give time and attention and energy and emotion to trivial things. So yeah, that's a good thing. It may even be an important thing. But right now, we're working on critical things. So take a good inventory of what bothers you, what concerns you. Again, I'm not belittling. You're awesome. I'm sure of it. You're a precious son or daughter of God. But take a look at your life and remember, being bothered by small things is the business of small people. We've got to move past the Mickey Mouse problems. And let's keep our focus up. Let's look to God. Let's look to greatness. Let's look to our top priorities and not be looking down at the little things that can get in the way. That is more of a mental, emotional priority set, but it's critical. Because even if I can lay out on paper and my ideals, these are my priorities and this is where I'm going to spend my time, but emotionally and mentally, I'm still really focused on trivial things, it's going to pull me away and distract me from living my top priority. Okay, let's review our actions and let's make sure we're crystal clear. Every positive change in your life will come with a clear, unequivocal decision to either start something or stop something or to do something more or less, but just a clear decision of where you're going. Okay? Now, eliminate everything and anything else that gets in the way. This can even be stuff. If you've got lots of things and they're getting in the way, because everything we own, well, I don't even like own. It's stewardship. Everything we have a stewardship over takes up time, thought, space, energy. We fill our lives with things, with stuff. We're always buying, consuming, we've got all these little things. Well, everything we have in our life takes up time, energy, space, and thought. If you have to move toward minimalism, do it. Because remember, your top priorities take priority. They've got to have your attention and focus, your thoughts, your energy, and your time. Anything that's getting in the way needs to be set aside. So your action steps for this, please do them. Don't move on to the next step until you've really taken action. You're going to write down your priorities, crystal clear, numbered and ordered. What are your most important priorities? And then, this is critically important, write down how you're going to dedicate time, thought, energy, and emotion to living those. How are you going to live according to your priorities, not just talk according to your priorities. You've got to write it down clearly and put action steps. How are you going to make that happen? Decide clearly what obstacles are in your way. What things that are lower on the priority list are acting as stumbling blocks or distractions keeping you from priorities. Make a resolution. Be determined and disciplined to remove out of your path whatever it is that is preventing you from moving forward fast. And remember, this is about growth rings. This is about getting serious growth. This is about expanding and improving as fast as you can. Eliminate any distractions. There might be some tough ones. It may be less time with certain people who may be negative or maybe pulling you in the wrong direction. It may mean getting rid of some of your things. That's fine. It may mean cutting out some of your expenses, some of your bills. I have wonderful friends who did that. They said, you know what? The TV's getting in the way. We're done. And it's costing us money. So they got rid of their TV. They cut out the cable bill. And they started saving that money to live their dream, which was to move to Central America, which they've now done. And they had so much more time together as a family. They'd go on a walk every night, talk, and just have so many incredible experiences instead of just sitting there like bumps on a log in front of the TV. So that one was a huge one for them. They eliminated that, and It gave them more family time, which is a higher priority, and it saved them money, which was a high priority to get them to where they wanted to be. So make those decisions. Eliminate expenses, eliminate distractions, get everything out of your life that's not according to your top priority. Make sure you make those clear decisions. I will stop doing these things, I will start doing these things, and I will keep doing them every day. My pie or my pig trough will be exactly how I want it to be, and nothing will get in the way. I'm going to live my life according to my priorities. And if you need to, use that as an affirmation. I live according to my priorities. I live according to my priorities. And don't let anyone or anything else get in your way. Go after your dreams. Go after your goals. Set your highest priorities and go for it.